Hi, my name is Daniel Sokal. I wanted to talk a little bit today about psychotherapy, who I see, and what I do. I work with children all the way to elderly adults. I work with children as young as 5 years old throughout adolescence and young adulthood. I work with couples and parents and families, and I work with people individually as well. I wanted to talk a little bit through the age ranges, how it looks a little different and what the work looks like. And really what therapy is, how I do therapy, and what I believe the purpose of therapy to be. With children, a lot of therapy happens through play, through metaphor and themes in play, and through modeling with parents how to interact during play and how to work through themes together. Children often don't have the language to express what they're seeing every day in terms of leading to anxiety, depression, or adjustment issues with maybe significant events in their lives like separation or divorce or someone dying, or even a move, or even switching schools. And what we try to do is work through the play to kind of build a narrative of themes and to understand what these are and how they relate to the everyday problems that are arising in their lives. And with parents, we try to understand this together and to work through giving it meaning, giving it sense, so that the play actually has incredible value, and that at home, deeper understanding and deeper healing, similar to in the therapy room, can take place. With children all the way through young adults, there are different stages of life, but there's the ability to converse. There's always the ability to do artwork and to understand what these things mean in terms of dialogue, in terms of creation, and in terms of how they relate to where these feelings of depression, where these feelings of anxiety, or where these frayed relationships in the family are. With parents, I try to work across all age ranges to help develop an understanding and a meaning for the parents, and to work through the guilt and the stress and the worry that parents carry with them about how their children will turn out, whether they'll overcome all the problems that they're experiencing, or whether these problems that they're experiencing have maybe a deeper meaning to their future. The importance of therapy is to really not only understand the meanings of everyday tensions and conflicts that can happen in a home, but to understand the deeper meanings, how they relate to the experiences of different relationships, and how they hold a key understanding of what a family can get stuck in terms of communication, what couples can get stuck in terms of communication, or what is causing this disruption or this behavior that may have been lasting for a long time, or maybe a new behavior that's arisen, or feelings. I believe therapy is really to take things that are haunting, take experiences that are haunting, take feelings that are haunting, and to have them exist in the background as real, but not have them destroy the present and destroy the future. So taking these things that are haunting, putting them in the background, and having them exist in that background with things that can be functional in the present, in the foreground, without having these things exist. And these things I use generally because everyone has a different way of identifying problems or different meanings to the different problems they're having. I also think therapy can take things that become cyclical and shift them. And take things that have become patterned in terms of destroying relationships or having assumptions of negativity or negative self-talk towards oneself, or self-criticism, or what they perceive as, old character attacks coming into today with a lot of kids. And we try to make, in therapy, these everyday things shift from tensions that happen all the time, whether they show up in crankiness or bickering or arguing, and finding out what the deeper meaning is to these, what they're actually related to in terms of the interrelationship and who they're directed towards. Therapy can have a lot of value in breaking some of these old patterns. One of my old colleagues told me a great story that stuck with me. She was 8 years old in the kitchen with her grandparents, and her grandfather was cutting an onion. Her grandma came in and criticized the way the onion was being cut. and an all-out fighting, bickering, screaming match ensued, with things being thrown and yelling. And here you had an 8-year-old traumatized by her grandparents arguing when she had never seen it before in her life. Now, this was probably a build-up, a catalyst for something huge that had not been spoken for a long time. But this was not about the onion. This was about something bigger in the relationship that had been cranky and bickering and been brewing for a long time, and came out this way in a really, really magnified and traumatic way for this 8-year-old girl. Now, the onion was not what it was all about. But in our everyday arguments, those are the things become about. And therapy can help uncover what the deeper meanings are to those things, and take those things that are the deeper meaning and free them from haunting us, and free us so we're not haunted by them. I hope this was helpful in understanding how I work. Feel free to check out my website at www.danielsokal.com, so danielsokal.com. And if you are a person interested in a presentation, or if you're a person interested in possibly becoming a patient, don't hesitate to reach out to me. And thank you for taking the time to view this video. Take care.